Our live coverage of Tropical Storm Isaac continues at the top of the hour. We were simulcasting on both NBC2 and ABC7.
All right, let's go back to Robert Van Winkle and meteorologist John Patrick tracking Isaac in our Hurricane Tracking Center.
Hello, everybody. Well, your first thought might be, well, we've certainly dodged a bullet on this one. And yes, this is not going to be the worst storm that we've ever seen in Southwest Florida.
And part of the reason why is the storm itself kind of changed structure just within the last few hours.
When the 5 o'clock advisory came in, we had a whole suite of new information. Let's get right to it. JP?
All right, let's start with a satellite picture here and perhaps a 3 to 5 foot storm surge around Collier County as it looks right now. And here's Robert with some of the high tides, because these are the heights above your normal high tide that you'll see with the storm surge. Robert.
That's right, JP. I wanted to do a little something here with the tides. Let's see if we can get that live shot back from Everglades City, which is right down there. Now, you're looking at this and saying, this is live picture from Everglades City. You're saying storm surge. What storm surge? Look right here. You can see the mud right there. The water is way out. This is Everglades City. I'm telling you that by tonight and into tomorrow morning, this water is going to be up here to the wall and probably over in the parking lot a bit. The high tide in Chokoloskee is at 12:13 in the morning. That means that it's already going to come up about 2.7 feet on its own, and with another 2 feet or 3 feet on top of that, we're talking all these docks will be topped with water and a little bit more to come in. All right? So let's go back to that graphic again and talk about these tides. The Sanibel Lighthouse tide is going to be the high tide at 1:48 in the morning, and we're looking at the Cape Coral Bridge right there at about 3 o'clock in the morning, Edison Bridge 2 o'clock, and up at Inglewood right here at about 1 o'clock in the morning. So all of this means that this storm surge potential is still very real, and even though this shouldn't be disastrous for us, you will notice it when you get up in the morning. That wind is going to be in a different direction and pushing the water back up to the coast. So there's some of the expectations we still have. As we look at radar tonight, you can also expect more downpours. Now, they're not going to be a solid wall of water, but each one of these is certainly capable of dropping a quick ½ an inch to an inch of rain as they move on through. These are very heavy downpours across the area, and you can see one right there in parts of Lee County moving through toward Cape Coral. Let me show you a little storm track on that. You can see it's Fort Myers area between now and 6:09. It'll be raining pretty hard toward the downtown area in Fort Myers with more showers after that. That'll move right on through to Cape Coral by 6:30. Let's expand the view on this, and I'll show you where the center of Isaac is. As John Patrick was just mentioning earlier, the center of Isaac has actually moved away from its position at 2 o'clock and in a fashion that's been almost due west. The center was located over Cuba at the 2 o'clock advisory, but it moved off to the west, and it looks like we're going to end up with that passing off to the west of Key West as we go through the evening tonight. There it is. As you can see, I've even got an X and an O here. This is where it was around 2 o'clock this afternoon. 5 o'clock, it's trying to obviously show us that it's going more west, okay? It'll eventually turn up to the northwest, and that would take all of this right out there with it. All right, so the rest of tonight, here are the buzzwords. More rain, more wind, and also the potential for some rising water on the beaches and in the canals and riverways after midnight tonight and through tomorrow morning. There again, that live picture from North Naples. Let me show you a couple of wind gusts that we've had so far today. 45 to 48 mile per hour winds, and that of course verifies that we have definitely seen our tropical storm force winds. So that's a look at the weather for right now. Please remember we are still under a tropical storm warning. The hurricane warning is gone, but it is still a tropical storm warning, and that's all the way up the coast where we live. That will go through the rest of tonight and probably to tomorrow morning. That means winds up above 40, 45 miles per hour and a lot of heavy rain at times. That's your forecast.